guys, welcome back to Tarantino's. Earlier we just did a video on how to make fresh pasta dough, which we have here. We've let it proof for a little bit. Now we're getting ready to roll it out and cut it. So for those of you that haven't done this, this is the easiest way. This is the way that I do it all the time, especially when I go to do those private cookings in people's homes all over the place. This is how we do it. You're definitely gonna need a rolling pin, or if you don't have a rolling pin, just use a wine bottle. I've done that before too when I forgot my rolling pin. Just like I just forgot it again today. I'll be right back. Let me grab my rolling pin. I always forget something. Even when I go to everybody says, there's always one thing I forget, and for hours I go through my head over and over again. Do I have everything? Do I have everything? Do I have everything? Always something I forget. But anyway, you get your pasta dough that's been sitting out. What we're going to do, and actually I have a couple of young ladies that are here sitting at table 12 that saw the video earlier, and they would like some fresh pasta. So I'm actually going to cook this pasta for them, 2 of the portions. And if you remember, if you didn't see the video, go back and watch it. But we made enough pasta for 4 people. 2 cups of flour, 4 eggs. You double up the eggs to the flour, as I stated before. If you want to see how to make it, just go back and watch that last video. Gail, how are you? All right, so we floured it up a little bit. I'm going to cut it into, can you guys see that okay? If you can, just give me a thumbs up. So we're going to quarter it just like that. Each egg, remember we used 4 eggs. Each egg makes 1 portion of pasta. So I'm only going to use 2. Are you going to have fresh pasta too? So I'm going to put 2 away because these 2 young ladies are going to have fresh pasta, and I only need 2. And then I'm going to put it back in the fridge. This is the way that I like to do it when I do it at home. I don't actually cut it and roll it out until I actually need it right before. Kay and Jean Boyd watch this. They're pasta professionals. I don't know how much pasta they've rolled out for me. So we're going to set that aside. That'll go back in the refrigerator. And like I said, it's good for about 3 days. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to move this cutting board out of our way. And we're going to flour up the table nice. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to push down. And if you have a pasta machine, it's okay to use the pasta machine. And if you don't worry about it. Do it by hand the old way. All right, so we push it out with our fingers as flat as we can get it. Make sure it's floured good. All right, now we're going to roll the pasta out. Now, you want to roll the pasta thin enough where you could read a love letter through the pasta sheet. That's the old saying. You should be able to read a love letter through your pasta sheet. You know Italians, they're all about romance. Add a little more flour. Just keep rolling it and rolling it. You want it super, super, super thin. Because remember, the pasta, once it hits the water, it's going to swell a little bit. As thin as you possibly can get it. I'm already starting to see the countertop through the pasta. Hope everybody's doing great. For those of you just joining, make sure you go back to Tarantino's Facebook page, watch the last video. It actually shows you how to make and prepare the pasta for this process. This is step 2, getting ready before you eat it. Okay, so now we got our sheet rolled out, super thin. Now this is very important. You're going to flour, and then you're going to fold. This is how I do it. Got a little tear in it, and that's okay. There must have been a dry piece of pasta from when I rolled it out, but that's fine. Do not push down on your pasta because you're going to squish it together, and then you won't be able to get it apart. Flour, fold again. Okay, now this one's ready, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. And when you cut your pasta, make sure you cut through quickly. You want to go through. Don't push down on it because you're going to crimp the edges. You don't want to crimp the pasta and squeeze it together. Okay, now we got one more to do. Remember, flour it up really good. Push down. Do this quick. Now, meanwhile, in the background, you should have your water boiling. And in my kitchen, I have the water at a boil. Do not ever drop your pasta unless your water's at a rolling boil. Very, 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 very important. Or else it'll come out like a dumpling, where it's really soft, and that's not what you want. You want your pasta to be al dente, which means to the bite. Should have some bite to it. Not a click, but a bite. I'm telling you, once you try this, you're gonna go nuts. Totally different than buying that dry pasta. And remember, guys, anybody that's in the local area that wants to dine with me, all you gotta do is call me a day ahead of time and say, hey, Joe, I want you to make me fresh pasta, and I'll make you the fresh pasta. And then when I do those private Tuscan experiences, we always do a batch of fresh pasta at your home. Can't beat it. And we do it just like this, right at your house. All right, rolled out nice and flat. Super thin, super thin. You can see the counter right through the pasta sheet. All right, so once again, flour, fold. You can't use enough flour. You're gonna shake off all this extra flour anyway. More flour, fold, more flour, and fold. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut this in half again so I can fit it on my cutting board, unless you got a big butcher block, then you don't even have to do that. Okay, so notice I'm handling this very, very carefully, like a baby. I don't want to squeeze it, squish it, or anything. Take very good care of the pasta, and the pasta will take care of you. All right, so then what we're going to do, you want fettuccine or spaghetti? You want a nice fettuccine? Yeah. All right, so, fettuccine? All right, so we're going to do fettuccine for our guest. See how I'm going through real quick? Don't push down on it because you don't want to crimp your pasta together. All right, and then what we're going to do, more flour, and then we're going to pull it apart, and you got fettuccine, just like this. So that's part of one order. We're going to set that to the side there and finish this up. And the nice part about it, doesn't have to be perfect. It's rustic, it's homemade. A little more flour. Make sure you pull it apart, get that flour all the way through it. Now this is one portion of pasta. So we set that there. Now we're gonna do our other two, and we'll be done and ready to cook it. Right here, one more. Hope everybody's having a great day. Lella, how are you? More fettuccine. And obviously you can cut it into spaghetti. You want to get into all the different kinds of pastas, then you're going to have to get into a pasta machine, use your KitchenAid, and they have the dies you can purchase for that to make all those different fun shapes. Ravioli, this is how you do the ravioli, the same way too. I'll do a ravioli video pretty soon so you can see how easy that is. Okay. There we go. Make sure this is floured up. And we have, this is called nesting, by the way. Pretty self-explanatory there. So I have my 2 nests of fettuccine. You would have your pasta water at a boil. You would drop this in. 90 seconds is all it takes. You're going to drop this into your pasta water, right? Have a basket. If you don't, that's fine too. You can still use your tongs. But get it into the water. After about 30 seconds, make sure you take your tongs and loosen it up so it doesn't cook in a ball. Once you loosen it up, it'll be perfect and then done in another 60 seconds. So very easy and it's fantastic. Very rewarding when you're done. And everybody's gonna go nuts over it, especially if you do some kind of party at home. The holidays are coming, make fresh pasta with the family. Invite everybody over, have them take part in it. You can't beat it, it's the best. And of course, if you have any questions, all you gotta do is let me know. So guys, fresh pasta, that's how it is. Right now I'm gonna go back, finish this order for my 2 guests that are sitting here, waiting for their lunch, to try the fresh fettuccine. Remember, water boiling, drop it in, 90 seconds, pull it out, done. So very, very, very easy. Once it comes time to cooking it, no time at all. Prepping it takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it at the end. You guys have an awesome day. Please let me know where you guys are watching from. Thank you for supporting Tarantino's. For those of you that are local, thank you all for watching the videos. Please like me on Celebrity Chef Joe Tarantino on Instagram and follow my YouTube channel, Chef Joe Tarantino. God bless, and I'll talk to you guys later with some more recipes.